Remember when you're like little and the
Yeah.
mosquitoes, you get a mosquito bite? We always take our nail and go, crisscross, crisscross to kill the eggs.
Oh, I didn't know.
You
Never
didn't
heard
do that?
We didn't have. I can't remember.
Oh, you were in California when you were little.
Yeah, we didn't have mosquitoes.
No, you didn't have them.
No.
Well, that's what we would do here in the Midwest. You'd get a spider bite,
Oh.
at least my little weird group. But I'm not the only one. I've talked to other people.
Okay.
And then you'd get not a spider bite, a mosquito bite. And then you take your nail and you do like crisscross, and like try to, could be, we're killing the eggs, which they aren't there.
Okay.
But
I was going to say.
Yeah, in our little minds, we're like, we're killing the eggs that the mosquito laid in our, I know. Okay. Hey, I'm sorry. This is an odd beginning to our show.
Yeah.
But we're freeform, so.
We are freestyling, girl.
Yeah. Welcome to Ladies Who Question. Couple things. Remember that story? Well, not story, but it was a real life situation for you.
Right.
About your, who got the phone call?
It was my father-in-law.
That was it.
And it was as we learned through learning more about AI, a voice cloning situation.
Okay, right.
Where your voice can be cloned, which we talked about. And I don't know how they actually do it, but it's because the voice is out there in a voice message, Instagram, TikTok, wherever your voice could be heard. And
he got the phone call saying that your son, his grandson, was in trouble. Mm-hmm. Okay, and fortunately, you guys did everything right, correct?
I wasn't involved, but yes, my father-in-law did. He got a phone call, and it was somebody saying, your grandson is in jail in New York. He did something wrong, and you need to urgently send the money right away. So the voice that they put on the phone to my father-in-law sounded just like my son. And he said, yeah, hi, Grandpa. Yeah, I need some help. Please help me out. Something to that gesture, whatever.
But Grandpa didn't play.
And then he goes, oh, gosh, okay, I'm going to work on it right now. And he goes, can I get your phone number? Because I have to call you back and I have to go to the bank. And he's older and his voice sounds, so that was pretty believable. But at this point, he still didn't know if it was real or not. Mm-hmm. So he hung up the phone and he called his son, my husband, my son's father, of course. And he said, hey, where's Harper? And he goes, well, he's in Montana because that's where he was going to school. And he goes, well, I just got a phone call, and he explained the story. Mm-hmm. So my husband hung up the phone and called Harper. He's like, Harper, where are you? I'm in Montana. Okay, so we figured out.
I'm fine.
Yes, I'm fine. It was all a scam. Yeah.
When you talked about that on an earlier podcast, a couple of weeks ago, I think.
Yeah.
I was reading, you're giving me your Old People magazines, because, and I'm leafing through yesterday, and I went, oh, this actress, I love this actress. June Squibb. I remember seeing her face, and she plays basically cranky women or just strong old women, whatever. And she's got this career. She's starring in a movie coming out called Thelma, and it's about a revenge. She's 94, by the way, and she's headlining a movie.
Yeah, she looks great.
Yeah. Anyway, she's in this movie called Thelma. She plays a grandma who had this done to her. She loses 10 grand in this scam, whatever you want to call it.
That's a lot for an elderly person that
lot
is
for
living off of Social Security or whatever. But
you know what? It's a lot for anybody just for the heck of it.
Right.
Anyway, she's on the revenge trail, and she's going after, and I don't know, they're just talking about, that's the synopsis of the movie. And, or not the synopsis, but that's the conceit of the movie. Mm-hmm. And so she's on her, and she plays this, ballsy grandma who's decided, with Richard Roundtree, who's sort of,
he's great
and
too.
he's wonderful. This was his last movie, and they starred together.
He passed away.
Yeah, just recently. I think not that long ago.
Oh.
But anyway, he's in this movie, and I thought, this reminds me of what happened to your grandpa.
Yeah.
So anyway, I think this looks really fun.
I do too.
Who else is in it? Parker Posey. Oh, I love her. Her high-strung daughter. Well, that's who Parker Posey plays.
That'll be a good movie to watch. It's very timely.
Yeah.
It deals with all this AI scamming, and voice cloning is happening 24/7.
Which we have been talking about. And it just came out. It just came out June 21st.
Oh, yeah.
So it's in theaters. It's called Thelma.
Oh, I can't wait.
So speaking of sort of scamming, that kind of stuff. We've talked about that and incorporation of AI, etc. I don't know how much AI has to do with this, but it may. I just saw a quick article. It was sort of like a footnote to something else that somebody was talking about with regard to scamming.
Okay.
Tollway smishing. I've gotten these. A text saying that I owe so much on my iPass. And I said, I don't think so, because I rarely use 294. Anyway, in the article it says, this is happening. People are getting text messages, and then, of course, click on the link.
Of course. There you
So,
go.
There you go. So don't respond to it. And if you get one, go to www.ic3thegit.gov to report it.
Oh, okay.
So you've been warned.
I don't know how they're going to ever catch these people.
Well, they can do electronic tracing. I guess that's how they get
Okay.
some people.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just wanted to bring that.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a new one. I'm always on the toll roads, and I pay quite a bit a month. So for me, I would be like, oh, maybe. Like, I would be a total hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah. So, well.
Okay.
Anyway, there's that.
Another scam.
Okay. Take a quick break, and we're going to come back with some other AI stuff. Oh, it never ends. But this one may have an upside. So, okay. Right back. Okay, this story has something to do with man's best friend, woman's best friend. Holly, you dug this up. This has to do, well, it's AI, but also it's robots and what? Robot dogs, what?
Robot dogs. Basically, they've developed robot dogs that can act like dogs, walk like dogs. But what they're doing is they're using them in the military, where they have a gun, like a machine gun, strapped to their back, and the army people or army man or woman have a remote control to shoot. So they send the dogs in to go get the bad guys, or to take to whoever they're having a confrontation with in a war situation. And it could be something that saves lives.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Go in and see if there's a bomb in there.
Yeah, like they can't sniff.
They
like
kind of have robot.
like a lab.
Yeah.
Labrador.
Yeah. Well, basically, the U.S. and China are locked in a race to weaponize four-legged robots for military applications.
Oh, so China, of course, is on it. Of
China.
course.
I could see China having like those as pets.
Yeah. Well, good point.
I mean, but then I could see us as having them as pets, and that they're not a pet.
Wow,
I could
this is a
see-
whole different mentality in this country. Really? Do you really think there's somebody?
Well, I think because such younger ages are so into technology, and it's so fascinating to them because they're born right into it.
A metal dog?
I know. And they're pretty ugly. We'll put some pictures of them on
Well,
our...
they're scary looking.
Yeah, they're creepy looking. And you'd think, oh gosh, what if they
Misfire? You mean they
misfire or, yeah.
Well, that's a problem.
I don't know if they can get the gun to go off without manual, somebody holding a remote or something.
They would probably be controlled like a lot of, like drones are controlled by General Operations Center. It could be in Washington, D.C., and the robot dog could be over there.
Right.
You know how they do that?
Mm-hmm.
They operate that way.
Right. I was thinking they also can maybe have bombs on them where
Well,
they can go
right.
into the bad guys area and just blow the whole building up.
Yeah, because all you're losing is a metal dog.
Right. And you're not losing on trying to find targets. Like targets meaning Osama bin Laden.
Yeah. Oh, right.
Without risking anybody's life.
Right, and that's the positive part.
When I was thinking of that, I know that they, women and children, remember during that takeover of Osama?
Yeah.
They were fine.
Oh, yeah. You really did need the human touch for
Right,
that
'cause
because
they
they shouldn't have suffered for all the evils that he wrought.
Right, because I know the Navy SEALs were concerned about that. Mm-hmm. And they said, keep them over here. And that movie was, I just got a flashback of Zero Dark
30, or was it that it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that was so good.
That was a great
Oh my
movie.
God, I kind of want to watch it again.
I don't think I can because it was so upsetting. I mean, I was engaged, obviously, because of course what it meant
Right.
to our country, to us. And it was so well put together.
Oh, so good.
But I was so tense. I mean,
I
I knew
know.
what the
I know.
outcome
It
was.
but
and,
still.
it made me crazy.
Right.
You
No,
know,
it did
so,
make me crazy
yeah.
too. But anyways, dogs. So who knows what's next
Yeah. Well,
in
anyway.
terms of robotic animals?
Okay. So that was interesting. I
It
thought
was
that
just
was
interesting, yeah.
Yeah.
Because maybe lives will be saved.
Right. Okay. We'll come back with a little bit of entertainment news.
Okay.
And on an up note.
Yeah.
Okay. Be right back. Oh boy, Olympics. It's just like time.
Countdown.
Yeah. And I have to say, when I was in Paris, I was seeing there were a lot of stands, like bleachers set up in one area near this one particular museum. And we were asking, I was asking in my broken French, I was asking a couple of the police officers what they were, because they were guarding, it was it's near the American embassy.
Okay.
So we were asking, well, what's this? And I can't remember the other two sports they said that were set up for, but they did say breakdancing. And I said, breakdancing? I wasn't even aware that was an Olympic sport. When did that start?
I wasn't either. And I don't know when it started. Somebody said that they were in the Olympics before.
Breakdancing was?
I don't know.
I don't either.
I'm going to have to look it up because
this was news to me. But then again, maybe, the Olympics are every 4 years. So, wait, 2020.
Didn't we skip a year because of
Yeah,
COVID?
I thought we skipped. I mean, that doesn't mean that they couldn't have been in 2016 Olympics, the Summer Olympics, because it goes every 2 years, summer, then 2 years later, then it's winter, then it's summer.
It's brand new.
It is brand new.
First time.
Okay, see, I'm not completely losing
They're
it.
debuting.
But anyway, so that's going to be something to look forward to. And they had bleachers up for that. And, that'll be interesting.
So fun.
I know. I'm looking forward to the Olympics. I've not been deeply involved in all the Olympic trials watching that, but
I get just as nervous watching. I can't watch these things.
I know.
I was watching the swimming and the diving this weekend.
Oh, the diving. Oh, I always think someone's going to hit the board. But they're too good for that.
Yeah. Well, I hope they are. They were so precise. The precision was so tight. In fact, one of the scores in the diving was .01 below the leader, above the leader, and the second person was .00. All the same numbers.
Oh, that's just brutal to think you train your entire life, most of these kids, and then it comes down to one time.
Right.
You make the team or you don't.
Exactly.
And
I think I'm more nervous for that because once they're up there, it's just like, oh, I didn't make the team.
That's right. But at least if you're in there, it's like, I'm going to the show.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, I know. Well, anyway, I'm excited about the Olympics because I want to see if the commercial.
Speaking of,
yeah,
can you give us a little
I think
teaser
I can
on that?
at this point because it's probably going to start to air, or if it hasn't already. I'm in a Nike commercial. You're probably not even going to see me, but I'm going to tell everybody what to look for, and I want to hear. I want to know if it airs. It's for the men's basketball team and then the women's Paralympic basketball team.
Oh, okay.
And I play a sideline photographer. I'm not the only sideline photographer. There are others, but I'm one of only maybe 2 women, I think, who are sideline photographers. So it'll be easier to spot if you get to see me at all. And it was kind of nice. I haven't done on-camera work for a while. But I was just happy to be involved with something like Nike and the Olympics.
I know.
And how cool, like basketball, which is, and women's Paralympic. I was, I just thought, that's cool.
That is cool.
So I don't know how it's going to come together. I haven't seen it. I don't know, but I know it's for the Olympics, and I had to keep my mouth shut until now.
Oh, great! I'm so glad you were able to spill the beans.
Well, you'll probably see. I'll have a camera in front of my face, and I have pigtails.
Oh, cute!
I don't know how cute it is.
Do they stylize you there?
No, not when you're just a featured extra. No.
Oh, okay.
Well, no, that's not true sometimes, but no, when you're in that position, being a photographer, you've seen those people. They're kind of gnarly looking sometimes.
Right. They are.
So I was in all that. I just, I wore, some khakis and just some nondescript top, and it doesn't matter. You just got to look. You can't stand out. Like if I'd worn something, orange or like chartreuse, they would have said, "No, you're changing that."
Right.
Because I just wore what a photographer would wear. And that was that. So anyhow, look for that. Let me know if you see it.
So exciting.
Well, it was fun. It was fun to participate. It was actually one of the best, most wonderfully organized well executed shoots I've ever been on.
wow.
Yeah,
For that many people. There was quite a few
well,
people there.
they had a lot of like non-union extras. So yeah, but it was neat.
Oh,
I
that's so
know.
fun. Well, I want to talk about one more person.
Sure.
Simone Biles.
Oh,
Every time I
yeah.
see an Olympic commercial, there she is.
Yep.
Tripling around. I just feel like, oh my God, there's so much pressure on her. Could you imagine?
I guess
Well,
she's gotten it together though, because she wouldn't be
Yeah.
doing this.
She's already the GOAT.
Yeah, of
no
course.
matter what. This is going to be icing on the cake. And I just getting the chills talking about it because when you watch her, you just sit there and you know, she flies miles up and miles down and she lands it. You just, oh my God.
She makes me nervous to watch.
Me too.
Yeah,
Me
yeah.
too.
I mean, my palms get all itchy.
Yeah, I know.
Like, oh gosh, please land correctly. Don't get
God.
hurt. Just whatever. But she's so incredible. I guess she's gotten over the twirlies, which is great.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
that sounds really scary.
Twirlies.
That's what when she took herself out of competition. This
Because
was
her
about.
head would spin around?
Well, it's yeah.
I thought she had some mental health issues.
Well, that kind of was part of it. Yeah. I mean, it may have
Oh.
had, what do you call that? A vertigo aspect to it. But it was also mental. It was all of a sudden she probably got overwhelmed, I think is what, and it worked on her mentally. It's kind of like, you ever heard of guys when they're talking about golfing and they say, or women, whatever, but mostly you hear men talk about, they get the yips. No, okay. Well, it's sort of the same as the yips, but way more dangerous because you're flying through the air.
Right.
The yips are in golf. They call them. It's when all of a sudden they just can't connect. They can't swing. They can't put the ball where they usually do, and their game just goes to crap. And this is for her. She called it, I think, the twirlies.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, and it has to do, I think, with a mental health sort of confidence, fear issue. You have to be fearless.
Oh, yeah.
To do what she's doing.
Oh
so,
my God.
and it was that. And she worked on it and she stopped because that was the why. A lot of people were very critical of her.
I know.
And it's like, really? And then if she went ahead and did it and then got injured, they'd say, well, you should have taken yourself out if that was the problem.
Yeah.
Well, no,
She
she
couldn't
didn't.
win. She could not win.
But she did the right thing. And now she's, I guess, okay. So
Well,
that's
I'm a
good.
huge fan.
Yeah, me too.
I'm really rooting for her. So
Yeah. Well, that's our wrap up for the day. And thank you so much for listening to us. We appreciate it. We really need you guys to rate and review.
Yes.
Because we need feedback. And that also lets other people know that you like us, or I guess if you don't like us.
and follow us on Instagram. We have a rockin' and rollin' Instagram. Thank you, Claire Caulfield.
Yes, absolutely. Please. Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Harvey. Ladies Who Question is executive produced and edited by me, Lisa Dominique, and also executive produced by Holly Caulfield. Holly also does most of our research, and Claire Caulfield is in charge of technical assistance and social media. Music, My Lionheart. Sketch music by Florian Manx and Matthew Anderson. Thanks for listening. Please subscribe, follow, rate, and review Ladies Who Question on Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your podcasts. Send your thoughts to ladieswhoquestion@gmail.com. Follow us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Threads, and our website, ladieswhoquestion.com.
All content discussed on Ladies Who Question are the opinions of Lisa Dominique and Holly Caulfield and should not be construed as advice of any kind. By listening to this podcast, you agree not to use this podcast as advice of any personal or medical issue for yourself or others. This disclaimer also applies to guests or contributors to the podcast.